Hey guys and gals, welcome back to Chronicles Backcountry Gear List video series. We are on part 3. We're getting into your packed clothing. So, we went through the sleep system, we went through your pack, your rain cover. As you can see, I've actually loaded everything into my pack so that way as we're going I can show you basically how it's packed, what we're using, so on and so forth. But we're going into the packed clothing section, and the packed clothing section could be tricky. Obviously, you're going to have your gear on that you're hiking into the backcountry in, and certain items may play on both sides, both the packed and the worn clothing. But so to get introduced, we'll say, to the packed clothing section, you're going to hear a lot about SKRE. SKRE Gear is our title sponsor of Chronicles, our actual TV show. So obviously, we chose those guys for a reason. One, their gear is awesome. Two, it's extremely lightweight and super affordable. So it really worked out to make the changes from the list that we're going against to our list because of SKRE Gear. One, because it's affordable to you, and it helps reduce weight. So we'll get kicked off in the base layer. I'm going to have to kind of keep glancing over because I don't remember all the numbers off the top of my head. But so we're going to start with the SKRE Wasatch Crew Top and the SKRE Kaiba Merino Bottoms. That's going to be your base layer that's going to be packed in your pack. Okay. As we go through this video, you'll see little pictures of each item pop up because one, I don't have all of the gear here with me right now, and two, I'm not showing you anything at this particular moment for a specific reason that you'll see towards the end here. So affordability wise, we're like leaps and bounds ahead of the list that we were working against. So basically, Merino Wool is huge in any type of hunting situation, but especially in the backcountry. So Merino Wool is going to be an insulating layer and a wicking layer. Okay, so it serves dual purpose. So the Wasatch Crew is going to be a long sleeve crew top shirt for underneath your jacket or hoodie or what have you. The Kaiba bottoms are going to be your standard base layer type pant in a Merino Wool. So it's going to help keep you warm if you need to be warm, but it's also going to help get the moisture away from your skin. From there, the list went to socks. Now here's a big thing when it comes to socks. Everybody's a little bit different. If you're going to pack extra socks, then you would obviously have the pair that you have on hiking in, and then the pair in your pack. Some guys only like to carry one pair of socks. Totally to each their own on that portion. Okay. The Accelerator sock from SKRE. It's a $20 Merino Wool sock, mid-calf, works great when you're hiking, when you're hunting, you're good to go. So you'll see that on both the packed and the worn section. I always keep one extra pair of socks with me. From there, you're going to go to a belt. The belt, I wouldn't suggest keeping in your pack, obviously. Unless you have some super tight fitting type hiking pants that you don't need a belt for. I wear a belt in just about any situation. So we're looking at the SKRE Timber Hitch belt. 15 bucks, and mine will be on me, not in my pack, so I don't have it weighted in my pack. From there, now you're going to go to your beanie and your gloves. Looking for, again, Merino Wool here. So I use a half finger Merino Wool glove and a Merino Wool beanie. They're both super thin, but they're warm, and they keep, again, the moisture off my skin. Biggest thing, the reason I use the half finger glove against a full finger glove is the fact that if I'm archery hunting, I like to be able to feel my release with my finger and not have a glove over it. So just makes it a little bit easier. So then you're going to go from your gloves and beanie to your outer layer. Your outer layer is actually going to be what you're going to hunt in. So it's going to be some sort of top and a bottom. So I am going with the Kaiba 300 Merino hoodie. It's a heavy. It's a heavier weight merino wool. In early season archery, I don't really need a crazy, jacket or, real thick insulation. Now, as the season progresses, then I would change out to either a hard scrabble or the ptarmigan down jacket, something like that. Again, depending on where you're going and what the temperatures are going to be. But we're talking early season, thinking, elk hunt, September, that type of, where, yes, the temperature can drop at night, but during the day it's still pretty, warm out. So that's why we're not going into these crazy heavyweight items yet. One big thing that I always pack, some people pack, some people don't, is a rain setup. Worst thing that can happen is you go out in the backcountry and you get caught in a downpour. You can't keep yourself dry, but yet you're putting a rain cover on your pack. So a rain jacket and rain pant. Pants optional for some people. I like to have them with me. They don't weigh all that much. In case I need them, I have them. So we're looking at the SKRE Nebo rain jacket and pant. You're looking at like 13 ounces for a jacket and pant that will keep you dry. And SKRE is by far, regardless if they sponsored us or not, definitely one of the best rain jacket and pants out there. So definitely take a look at those. So our list, we were slightly overweight. The original list was at 65.9 ounces. We came in at 87.8. The big thing, again, similar to the pack, the sleep system, and now your pack clothing, we shaved from $1,180 on their list down to $696 on our list. So those extra, maybe pound and a half, not going to really kill you. And again, you can kind of make way by the pant and jacket, depending on what you pick. And because the Kaibab is a 300 grain merino, it's a little bit heavier against the stuff they had on their list, which was a lighter weight merino type top. So again, it's nice to have the ability to stay warm if you need it. And then again, as seasons progress is where you'll just simply exchange the pieces. The other reason our list was slightly heavier, and now I'm going to start actually showing you some stuff. So I have kind of late season gear in here right now. And as you see, I use my side zipper access to my A6 pack. I don't have to take the whole pack apart to get in there. So I have my hard scrabble jacket in there. Right now in the Summit camo, so hooded. It's still lightweight but heavier in ounces compared to what was on the original list, but that wasn't the whole reason. So the reason I showed you that first is my actual outerwear, my jacket and pant, is packed separately, and the reason being is I use a VIAM Outdoor G3 gear grab for all of my base layers, my rain suit, my extra socks, and an extra pair of merino boxers. So they're not on the packed list, but I always keep one extra set of boxers, so I run 2 sets on a trip of this length, 9 days, 8 nights. Also merino wool, again, helps wick the sweat away, helps insulation if needed. But this, again, is one of the VIAM gear grabs. Basically, you can see all of my base layers in here. So this makes it super easy to pack my gear, especially when you have something like socks and boxers. You're going to take up, smaller pocket space. With those, instead of being able to put other gear into those pockets, I also don't have to now try to figure out if my socks fell to the bottom of the pack while I was walking. Everything is contained in this bag. So this is their large size gear grab bag, and They make all the way down to the super small that you saw with the multi-use tarp in the sleep system. So you'll see more of these bags as we go through the categories. We also use them for our cook kits and our kill kits. So you'll see a couple different sizes. But like I said, now I can literally, I don't have to take up a whole bunch of space. I can get that in my bag, and all of that's contained in one place. And then all I do is basically fold my outer layers back up, and I try to keep them right together so it's a little bit easier. And basically I just take them, I squeeze them in one hand so I can get them in the side of the bag, and then I can flap them once they're in there. So I literally just put all of my packed clothing in there in 5 minutes, if that. And basically, now my pack's ready. All my clothing that I need when I get to my location is packed, ready to go. Stay tuned, guys. You'll see more. The next category we hit is our worn clothing. And then you're going to see a segmented video because one thing that could be put into a packed backpack is a camp shoe. So we're going to do a standalone video on a camp shoe because not everybody uses them, but sometimes they're good to have. So stay tuned. Make sure you click the little subscribe button here at the bottom. We'll ring that little bell, get notifications every time we post a new video. All of the videos on the Backcountry gear list will go into its own playlist as well. So if you're looking, just click on the playlist. All of them will be there. So again, we're on part 3 of my list, and we hope you guys are enjoying it so far. We'll talk to you guys soon.